buddy Josh Hatter here. If you notice, we're not in live because today, January 9th, 2024, PKMN.GG dropped officially. I will have a link to everything below that they got, and I will be doing a giveaway at the end of the video, so if you stick around there, you can maybe win yourself a pro membership. I want to say at the front of this is not a sponsored video. This is just something I'm doing on my own because I think their website is very awesome and everything they're doing is pretty sick for the community. So I will also link a video they made showing you all the features that went live today and everything. But right now we're going to stick in the deck editor. You literally see I made this deck 3 minutes ago because I really want to get this video out after I go home from work. So with that being said, we're going to look in here. I will show you a couple of the cool things in the deck editor feature that they got. And let's jump right into Decidueye Lost Box. So we're going to do here, start out with the Pokemon. It's very neatly organized here. It's all in one row, which is great. Very easy to look at. Like, you don't even have to scroll. Like, it's boom, it's there. Really easy to see everything. And just go down the line. So we're going to start with Sableye. Obviously, you got the Sableye classic Lost Zone card at this point. If you have 10 or more cards in your Lost Zone, put your damage chance your opponent's Pokemon anyway, which will combo with the Decidueye, which we will get to at the end. But not that hard to do with your Comfeys and your Colress's. We all know that one by now. We got that Mana Feed to protect your prevent all damage done to your bench Pokemon by your attacks or your opponent's Pokemon. You could also play Jirachi from Paradox Rift if you are worried about Sableye's as well, as that'll stop Sableye's damage counters to your bench. We got Radiant Greninja. You must discard an energy card in order to use this. Draw 2 cards, obviously great in drawing, especially in this deck, because most Lost Zone decks engines are just kind of Colress and Comfey, so you don't have like Squawkabilly or anything like that to draw more cards. Then we do have the Comfey. It's got the flower selecting. Look at the top 4 cards of your, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put one in your hand, put in the Lost Zone. That's Giratina that does that. And then you got Cramorant. If you have 4 or more cards on the Lost Zone, ignore all energy to this, and it does 110, so you can do 110 for 0. And of course, we got Rowlet there, 20 for 1. If you notice, there's a 2-3 line because there's no Ultra Ball in this deck, so you do want to play 3 of Decidueye X. So we're going to click on Decidueye, take a look at it, and I'm going to show you another cool feature of the website as we do. So you got Decidueye X here. So its ability is Total Freedom. Once during a turn, uses ability. If it's on your bench, make it active, or if it's active, go to your bench. So it does let you switch out with your Comfeys fairly easily, or if you need to go back to Comfey to search for something, and then you got to retreat. It does combo really well, and it is Hunting Arrow 130 for 2, 30 to 1 your opponent's bench. So it combos with your Sableye and Greninja to get damage there or finish out games. But you do see on the screen, pricing is very up to date. It literally says prices updated an hour ago. You can edit here. You can go, if you click this link, it will take you to the page on TCG Player. It tells you how you get it. You can look at the price over the last 6 months. It's gone up 10 cents. Let's go. And if I had friends on here, which I don't, you can see if your friends have cards. So maybe if you have to trade or something, it will help you do there. But it's a very clean thing, too. I know they put a lot of work into this. But let you look at it there. But let's get back to the deck list. So the trainers are in order, like alphabetical order. I don't know if I did something wrong to make the Pokemon not in alphabetical order. That might have been me. I don't know. But the trainers are in alphabetical order. So let's run down that line. Artisan here. Once during your turn, each player during their respective turn may search for a non-rule block basic and put on their bench. Hey, that's all your Pokemon. So it's just another way to get a basic out. We do have an Arvin because it's going to help you search out your rare candies, search your deck for an item, and a tool. As you see, we do got a couple cool tools there we'll get to in a minute. And put them in your hand so it can let you get rare candy or whatever tool you might need. We got Battle VIP Pass, which we all know at this point. You know, it's popping off. And if you can't get the Colress turn 1 and you've Comfeyed a couple times, you can Arvin for the VIP Pass if you hit the 1 Arvin. So get those 2 basics. Colors on your first turn, but that's okay because we just put in the Lost Zone. And make our Colresses and Comfeys easier later in the game. Then you got the 1 Boss's Order. Bring up one of your opponent's Pokemon. So you've been spraying damage all game, you know, with your Decidueye or Sableyes, and you want to get a cool knockout because you don't have any more Sableye. You pop in that boss with your Decidueye, boom, boom, taking 2 to 4 prizes, and we winning. Colress himself here. Look at the top 4. I'm sorry. Yeah. Sorry, look at the top 5. I know what cards do. Put 3 in your hand and 2 in the Lost Zone. Obviously speeds up our Lost Zone. Helps us thin our deck. get those cards like VIP Pass that you're not going to want after your first turn. Then we got Counter Catcher. You can only play this card if you're losing, which sometimes at the beginning Lost Box will just go down because they got a Comfy a couple times and they can't do anything. Like they don't get the turn 1 Cramorant off. Like even if they're going first and then the opponent attacks with, whatever they may have, their own Cramorant, you have the ability to Counter Catcher and maybe take down something that might matter of theirs. Also let you get off Colress, or if you get like Judged or Iono'd, or you have to play your Iono, which you see there, you could still have an out. We got 2 Escape Route. Both players switch their active. There's not too many switching cards in this one. Not like the 12 that some, decks play, just because you do have Decidueye. But it does let you get out of Klefki if your opponent does only have 1 in play, and you're like, whew, get that Klefki out of here. Or you can do a play where you need your Decidueye to attack a new Pokemon, they escape rope, you Comfy, you Decidueye back in, your opponent's like, that's crazy. We do have the Iono, which is an interesting thing. Usually Roxanne is kind of in Giratina variants, but if you Iono into a Decidueye KO or a Sableye KO, that is pretty neat. Opponent's going to have like 2 cards in their hand, and you're going to be taking multiple prizes. 4 Mirage Gate, so you can power up your Decidueye, your Greninja, your Sableye, you had your Comfy. But all your Pokemon. You can play this card if you have 7 or more cards in your Lost Zone. So after 2 different types of basic energy, tap your Pokemon any way you like. Luckily, Decidueye only takes 2, so you just pop that in there, boom. We're hunting arrow all day. 3 Nest Balls. So I did go over 2 Nest Balls just because of the reason we kind of need Rowlets more. You can definitely drop a Nest Ball for whatever you want. But I just kind of did the safe route with VIP, Artisan, and Nest Ball to fill my bench as much to get set up for the turn 2 attack. With Decidueye. Then we got Raihan. I love Raihan, especially because you do play a Stage 2. You can only play this card if one of your Pokemon was knocked out during your opponent's last turn. Attach your basic energy from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon, which isn't really that hard to do due to retreating / Greninja. You just pop it in there, draw 2. Raihan, we're popping. So you attach that energy and you search your deck for any card. So many games, I'm like, oh, I need the rare candy or I need the Decidueye. Raihan, you get the piece you're missing. Rare candy, attach, we're doing it. Then, since we do have a lot of draw and stuff, you do have 2 Super Rod. Shuffle any combination of 3 basic Pokemon and basic energy from your discard in your deck, so you get 2 Pokemon, 1 energy, etc., etc. We do have a super effective Glasses in here to get the 390 on Charizard. So, super effective Glasses says, when applying weakness to damage from the attacks that this card is attached to this Pokemon, it is times 3. So, you can whittle down a Charizard, then pop out the super effective Glasses 390. Because if you notice, you have 320 HP with your Decidueye. So, it's harder for them to knock you out. Especially if they're not playing any fire Pokemon like Entei or something. It's very easy for you to just take 4 prizes with this, and then only have to work on 2 Pokemon to get the game. Then we have the 1 switch and 2 switch card. I'm going to switch out the Pokemon, get those more Comfies rolling to get you more effective early game to get you to your Decidueye faster. And we ran out the trainers with 1 Technical Machine Devolution. The Pokemon this card is attached to can use this attack instead of its own. You do discard this card at the end of turn. Devolve all your opponent's Pokemon. So, some games, like against Rare Candy deck, let's say Charizard, you're going to spread some damage on Pidgeot and Charizard, and not really take knockouts, and then you're going to be like, Iono, Devolution, or whatever, or Counter Catcher up something terrible, and then Devolve, and then they have nothing, and you're taking multiple prizes there. And a good thing is, because of Cramorant's ability, you can use it for 0 energy, if you do remove the requirements of Cramorant, which is pretty sweet there. And then we got the basic energy, 3, 3, 3, 1. I did put 1 Jet energy. I had like 2 or 3 at one point, but I didn't really ever need them, it seemed like. But the 3, 3, 3 has worked out fine, just because Decidueye does only take 1 grass and like 1 psychic. The only one that can get awkward is Greninja, not running 4 water. But that's one of those, you just kind of got to watch what you put in the Lost Zone things. Lost Zone decks are all about, remembering what you got in your deck when you do the first search. Okay, I prize this energy, or I put this in the Lost Zone. Stuff like that. So, that is the deck. The deck's pretty fun. I tried out. Decidueye, it's a cool card. It didn't get any love. I don't even know if it has a shiny in Paldean Fates. Probably not. Probably got nothing. But that is the deck. Before we end the video, I do want to go over a couple more things in the deck area of the website. So if you like the deck a lot, you can purchase deck, and it will open a new link to TCG Player with the deck in your cart, where you can edit the kind of card you want to buy and pick it up there. You can obviously export your deck list to live. Pretty simple. Just get there. You can go back to the builder, which we'll go back to in a second, but you can also test hand. So it'll give you a starting hand. I wish my prizes were my hand. This one's fine. I'm going to get a Comfy, stuff like that. And then it just shows you test hands again. This hand's bust. We got Comfy VIP Pass Energy. We did not prize Greninja. Stuff like that. So you get over this one. We get one. We prized 2 rare candies. It kind of shows you like this stuff. We're going to pretend the hand didn't happen. We mulligan that one. Okay, that's good. Greninja, 2 Nest Ball VIP. Like, it shows you like it. So it kind of lets you get a quick, without playing, like, what are your opening hands like? Kind of a thing, which I think is really cool. And then, let's say if you want to edit the deck, you go open in Builder. It takes you to the deck. You type in any card you want. So we're going to do Giratina. It'll show you if you can't even put them in. So you have 4 of things. And then, if you go to Advanced Filters, you could, do subtype, card type, evolves from, etc., etc. And when you import your deck, from right here, so you can name it. I named mine a meme. You can name it. You can go to Expanded Gym Leader or Limited, and it will tell you what the cards are. That's all going to be in the video that I will link that they made, because their video is much better. But I just wanted to show off there. You can shoot private or public if you're showing the guys. Art focus, or you can show the full card. And then deck description. Hey, look, it's a awesome deck. So that's some of the features. Obviously, more features for collecting is really cool. Keep track of your collection. I'm level 33, which is pretty sick. But I implore everybody to go try this out. And in a week, I will be doing pulling some names from the comments, and I will give away 3 pro memberships to pkmn.gg. Again, this video was not sponsored at all. I just think the website's really sick, and I wanted to show it off. So thank you for everybody that's watched this, and I'll see you next time on the tea table.